Very, very excited about today, ladies and gentlemen. It's day 73. The time is 12:59. I'm being told hurriedly, I might add, in my ear. Welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. It's a little show that gives you the big picture. Or Koke Ki Talanoa Ma Heata Lahi, as apparently they're saying all over Tonga, 12 hours away. We're going to be chatting today's show. We're going to be chatting to the master of the monologue, newly evicted housemate. Derek's with us. Oh, brilliant stuff. With Derek out the door, Dr. Pam's here. Fantastic. She gives her thoughts on the final 5 housemates, and these 5 viewers go even further for Big Brother, ladies and gentlemen. But it is a proud day for song fans everywhere as you vote for the best song of the series. That is also coming up. But we start the shows as we always do, my friends, with Little Brother's big news. Wow, indeed. 1:55 yesterday, Big Brother set the housemates their Saturday challenge and randomly called a housemate to the dining room. No prizes for guessing who came. Take a look at this.
This is Big Brother.
Hello.
Would Makoti go to the gingerbread house immediately?
Oops.
Oh my god, they're lifting her out. Oh my god, that's a good job they aren't doing that to me.
I feel like probably they're going to crane me out of here, lift me out of here.
Yes, I was confused when I saw that first, but Makoti had unknowingly volunteered herself to be taken hostage and would remain suspended 7 feet above the ground until the housemates freed her. Then, one by one, the housemates were called to the dining room and given a dilemma between releasing Makoti or accepting a personal reward. At 5:31, it was Craig's turn. Essentially, we haven't got that at the moment, up-to-date VT fans, but I can tell you he was given the dilemma of pizza or releasing Makoti. Suffice to say, he picked pizza. And finally, Derek held the house record for holding his breath underwater for 3 minutes, but 28.5 hours after he was evicted, the ever-competitive Anthony took on the challenge. Take a look.
55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, come up, 5, 6. 3 minutes and 6.
Derek, I beat your record. You're out there.
Craig timed that at 3:06. We recounted it. Naughty, naughty Craig, and timed it at 3:03. Still, a new official Big Brother holding your breath underwater record. It stood for years, and now it's been shattered. That, my friends, is Little Brother's big news. So anyway, on Friday night, Derek became the 10th person to leave the house. 10 weeks, a brilliant innings. But there are still so many unanswered questions, such as, does he really have scant regard for his housemates? Did he ever get his hands on those Barbra Streisand CDs? And what would he do without his hand cream? With that in mind, my friends, today's cool BBLB could only be Ask Derek. He has lived in the Big Brother house for an amazing 10 weeks. His friends and family are here to support him. Hello there, friends and family. I, for one, cannot wait to hear his words. Please welcome, everybody, Derek!
Well done. Yes. Thank you ever so much. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks.
Derek, how are you? Derek, so I didn't think, hand on heart, I didn't think we'd be sitting here. I genuinely thought that you would make it through to the last 3 and we wouldn't have a week with you, but we're very glad we do have a week with you, aren't we? So thank you very much.
Not as glad as I am that I've got a week with you.
Oh, bless you. Bless you. 71 days in the house. After a couple of days of reflection, how does it feel to be out?
Well, marvellous. Freedom is a very precious thing. I think I now know how Nelson Mandela must have felt when he came out of prison after 28 days, 28 years. I feel as though I've done 28 years too.
Really?
And I've been reconnected with freedom, and I'm holding on to it forever and ever and ever.
Brilliant. OK, let's take a look at Friday night.
Yeah.
The 10th person is Derek. 5, 3, 2, 1.
What does it feel like to be evicted 1 week before the final?
Very kind, because it's my birthday next Tuesday and you're all coming.
Yay! It's quite funny, because when you're near me, I speak much better.
Lucy. Derek, did you seriously think you saw a monkey, or were you just playing with their minds?
Independent me, free again! My plans are to have a jolly good meal without having to scrap about, and then it will be to kiss on the lips of people that I love.
Sweetheart!
How was Friday night for you? Because everyone says the eviction night's what they always look forward to.
Well, it was eventful. I could feel it in my fingers, I could feel it in my bones, I could feel it all around me, and I expected to go. And it didn't surprise me. And what I will always remember about it is that I lost to a great man, a better man than myself, and I was very pleased that he won.
That's very sweet. OK, 10 weeks ago, you seemed to be in control of the house, in control of the housemates, in terms of the father figure, as it were. You even called the house meeting. What went wrong? Where was the solidity in that house? Because it just seemed to, this year more than any other year, just seemed to dissipate.
There was never any attempt to control the house or control anyone. But what there was an attempt to do was get some basic rules established between us. I always said at the outset that democracy would run the house. So everything, we could put everything to a vote. And I didn't either want to chair a meeting, but it was suggested, I think, that I might.
Sure.
And for a while, well, for quite a long time, a good structure was developed, like the shopping list,
yes,
like a lights-out policy.
But
at 12:30.
It just seemed to me that so many people tended to chuck their toys out the pram in terms of what they wanted, and it's impossible for anyone, albeit whether it's you or anyone else, to sort of to be able to take control of that situation.
Yeah, we don't want to take control out of take control of the situation. It's much better when people are throwing toys out of the prams. It's good television, and people are showing themselves as they really are.
Sure. So, what were the best bits of the house for you? Do you have fond memories now? Sort of, you know, 48 hours later?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, is what they always say, don't they? And I think the thing to remember about Big Brother, it brings more people together than it divides. And one of the things I particularly liked about it were the team tasks, because that's when we were at our best, when we were working as one.
Well, sometimes that didn't seem to work too well, certainly towards the end, do you know what I mean? You know, some of the, you know, almost all of the tasks sort of like fell down in. Why was that? Why don't you think there was that element of team there?
Well, it's something in the young.
Oh, I love it.
They're easily distracted, and concentrating, perhaps, is a difficult task for some of my former housemates, I now have to say. And that's sometimes when tasks fell apart. Okay. But on the whole, I think we've got to remember that we did our best, and we won some luxury shopping
like you said,
budgets.
it was great television.
I'm pleased to hear that.
OK, you certainly found a friend in Eugene. Let's take a look at the pair of you together.
Lovely morning, isn't it?
Eugene is a friend of mine. Hello, He's a good man, a very funny man.
And they got served up for Christmas dinner. Because we've had lots in common.
You make a connection with my eyes and you know what I'm thinking.
Lots to talk about. I noticed you have brought a hell of a lot of clothes, actually. A little bit of poetry and reading.
Tear up the lawn and empty the pool.
And just generally, probably toughening me up.
You have to find the strength from somewhere to carry on after Friday.
Tasks we keep.
No, yeah. The tasks we keep failing, for there aren't any winners. What I would really like is for these pros to be put on
Small laminate.
a small laminate.
Night, Eugene.
Good night.
I look forward to seeing you in the morning. You're a great man and a great friend. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Is Eugene really that adorable? Because, you know, Orla came out and she said he wasn't, and we've had his friends and family on. He just seems almost too good to be true. He seems delightful.
Well, I'm not surprised to hear Orla say that, because I think that she has difficulty in thinking that anybody other than Orla is nice. I think that everybody, not just in the house, but that must have been watching over the last 10 weeks, must see in him the things that I see in him. And that's his human kindness and his integrity, and he's a very, very fair and honourable man.
I just say, if you ever meet Derek, you end up speaking like I'm speaking now. My mother would be so proud of me how I'm speaking now.
Well, we must spend more time together then.
Yeah. I don't know if my mother would be happy about that. OK, on day 60, you wrote a poem with Eugene. We saw it there. You asked Big Brother to type it up for you, put it on the laminate. He wouldn't, so Little Brother has for you. Here it is. Would you be so kind? When did I ever say that before in my life? Would you be so kind maybe to read it for us?
Yes, of course. You so much. Stop all the cameras, roll out Big Brother, call the contestants out one by one, shout time on this show, for there aren't any winners, for the task we keep failing, smash up the plates, for there aren't any food, tear up the lawn and empty the pool. Is anybody watching? Surely not. They must have something better to do. 9 weeks on, and only 8 have gone. There are 7 left. Who will be next? I am tired, weary, and lonely, and only you, Big Brother, can bring me an answer.
Lovely. Thank you, Derek. Lastly, Derek, if you could relive your time in the house, would you do anything differently?
I think I should have been a bit kinder to Orla.
Really? I'm looking for some fingers crossed there, are you sure?
No, I think that it's always a good regret to have, to think that you could have been nicer.
Sure.
And it was a mistake on my part not perhaps to have spent enough time trying to understand her.
Very gracious. OK, thank you very much. Derek, everybody. OK, after the break, more from Derek, and we'll be meeting the viewers who went pretty far for Big Brother, and then we'll push them even further. We'll see you in 3. Hey, welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. It's day 73. The time is 1:18. Please welcome back Derek, everybody. Derek, your friends and family have been here. They've been supporting you all the way. Zita's been a tower of strength. Hello there, Zita. Blow me a kiss, Zita, please. That's all I want. Zita. Christine and Neil have obviously been here with us as well. Christine, Derek's had quite an emotional time in the house. Was it hard watching him cry in the dining room? Because you enjoyed a cry in the dining room, didn't you?
I like histrionics.
Well, you said it, Derek. You like histrionics. Yes, of course. When I felt he was really upset. But it does people. It's a very good emotional release to cry. I don't like to see anybody cry. But no, there were a lot of times when I just wanted to put my arms around you and hug you, Derek. Oh. I was doing it through the television.
Well, you did last night too. Thank you.
And Neil, was there any hugging with you last night?
In his dreams, possibly.
You've been with Derek all weekend. Is he back to his best? I mean, obviously, you know, it's a...
Oh, yes, he's gone back to type immediately. It's totally impossible.
Brilliant stuff. OK, Derek, you told Davina you're writing a book, children's books on the go. Would you ever be tempted to write about your time in the house?
Oh, gosh, you're not just handsome, you're also intelligent. It's a good question. I hadn't thought of that.
I'm going to do a double clutch right now.
It gives me a good idea.
Yes.
There might be a book in me and on that subject, so I shall give it some thought.
Well, you're not the only housemate that would like to write a book. Are you surprised by that?
Well, I am, because I suspect I'm the only housemate that can write.
OK. Before you went into the house, your fellow housemates told us what their autobiography would be called, if indeed they wrote one. We'll show you 3 titles. You have to guess which title matches the housemate in a little quiz we're calling Once Upon a Housemate, OK? So here's the first one. My Time in the Air. Which of your fellow housemates who's in there now do you think would like that as the title for their autobiography?
Eugene.
And why Eugene?
Because he likes flying.
And, of course, the airwaves.
And the
You're
airwaves
right,
too.
good is Eugene. A good title for Eugene,
Do I win
you think?
any prizes for guessing?
Yes.
It's a kind of like a task.
We'll give you a prize anyway.
Great,
but yeah, it's kind of like a mini task.
Great, OK.
If you want to do
Great,
role play,
lovely,
that's
yeah.
fantastic. OK, so that's your time. Yeah, you got that one. OK, here's the next one. Live the dream.
Oh, gosh, it's got to be Anthony.
Oh, look, he's right. Good title for Anthony?
Yes, I think
You seem to warm to Anthony, to be fair.
Towards the end, I think that happened a bit, yeah.
OK, fair enough. Been quite cagey. And lastly, living a life of perfection. Yeah, I know. Look at the face on him. Look, he's just thinking, who on earth is that?
Well, I think I might get this wrong, but...
Who are you going to go for?
The person who needs to is Mackenzie.
Hey! What did you make of Craig and Anthony's relationship, friendship? I know, I've got to rush you, and we could talk for hours on this, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could. It's a very tense friendship, and friendships sometimes are. They both take each other to the edge, rather too often for my liking, and I think they need to cool down. I think somebody should throw a large bucket of cold water over both of them.
That's half the problem. I think Craig's been throwing buckets of water left, right and centre at the moment. OK, Derek, you're an irreplaceable housemate. Here's what little brother loved about you.
Why did they pick me? It's a conundrum. I don't think I'll ever fathom that.
What are your hopes and aspirations for the future?
To become the Jamaican Mrs. Thatcher.
The lady's not for turning.
I may have the body of a weak and feeble woman, but I have the stomach of a king.
I asked last night for somebody to ring my housekeeper.
Welcome to Quizmaster on a sunny afternoon.
It's like
living in a nursery.
We're going to bask in the glory of the sun, which is the only thing that admires me in this house. As Scarlett O'Hara often says, tomorrow's always another day.
Thank you, Big Brother. Good night.
Now, Derek, just lastly, we know how upset you were missing Wimbledon. And I think we almost wanted to leave because of Wimbledon, didn't
Yes.
we? Well, we have this for you. It's our very own BBLB Wimbledon hamper, just for you.
Thank you very much indeed.
There we go.
That is more than generous. Thank you very much indeed.
My absolute pleasure. Just very quickly, who would you like to win Big Brother this year?
Without reservation, Eugene.
OK. Thank you very much. We'll see him all week. Derek, everybody, thank you. OK, that is what Derek thinks, but the decision is yours. It's time to vote for the housemate you want to win. Win. But who's it going to be? You decide. Derek is off the couch, which means my grammar and punctuation is going to go to pot. Over the last 10 weeks, you've been sending us your photographs showing just how far you would go for Big Brother. Remember, it wasn't about your geographical distance, it was about how far you'd travel in your mind wearing a housemate's face mask. Up for grabs is a prize of a lifetime. One lucky viewer will get tickets to the finale on Friday. Go inside the Big Brother house. Yes, you're right to... They're right to. It's a delayed but it's an all the same. You go into the Big Brother house next Sunday and meet all 16 housemates. Only 30 seconds with each one of them. It's like speed dating. We've selected our favourite 5 pictures, so please welcome the 5 contestants and send them in, everybody. Our first contestant is Julia from County Kerry. Hello, Julia.
Hello, Dermot.
Nice to see you. Julia, how far did you go for Big Brother?
I brought Macozy bog snorkeling in Wales.
Bog snorkeling in Wales with Macozy. I imagine she would have cried. Let's take a look at that picture.
Her weave got a bit wet.
Oh, it's very strong. It's a brilliant picture. There's a guy here who genuinely doesn't know what on earth is going on, as you can even get a close-up of that. There we go. He's just looking into space. These guys here, do they know who Macozy was?
I think so.
Lovely. And this here, are you romantically linked to this gentleman here in the Speedos?
No.
That's a shame. OK. Never mind that. OK, never mind. Thank you very much. Our next finalist is Steve from the West Midlands, everybody. Hello, Donny. Steve, it's nice to see you. How far did you go for Big Brother?
I became head of science and then risked my teaching career for this moment.
OK, let's take a look at your picture. Oh, dear. Now then, these are all your pupils, I presume?
Yeah, they're very ugly.
With a picture aside, yeah, they're going to love you for that.
Yeah.
Going to be a compass on the chair when you get back. And out here, were you worried that the headmaster might walk past?
It has always been a worry for me.
Is that your headmaster?
No, I'm afraid he's not. It's much less attractive than that.
OK, thank you very much, Steve. Next up, we have Tina from Nottingham. Hello, Tina.
Hello, Dermot.
Tina, how far did you go for Big Brother?
I went to Prague and I got the check-in staff to wear my masks.
That's fantastic. Let's take a look at that.
Vanessa.
There are the check-in staff wearing Vanessa and indeed a Saskia mask there. OK. And did you have a good time in Prague?
I loved it. It was a hen night.
Why didn't you take a picture in Prague?
Oh, I did. I took 5 and I made it a holiday for them.
This one's your favourite?
This one's
lovely.
favourite.
OK, thank you very much. OK, we move on to Joanne. Hello, Joanne. How are you? Joanne, how far did you go for Big Brother?
We all wore masks at my grandson Jacob's christening.
That is extraordinary. I'm so sorry. This is your own grandson's christening?
Yes.
And you go, and was this after the service?
It was after the christening.
Oh, it'd have been amazing if he'd have taken the vows and so forth.
I know.
I renounce Satan. I do. He doesn't look particularly happy to be wearing the Derek mask.
No, he likes Derek.
Yeah.
It's Craig that's behind him.
He's a bit scared of Craig, is he?
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. And we've got Maxwell and of course Kamal. Wonderful.
Yes.
They're the parents. Glorious. OK. And lastly, hello there, John. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks.
John, you're from Norwich.
That's right, yeah.
John, how far did you go for Big Brother?
I simply went naked hitchhiking.
That's nice to know, John. I don't really, or at least with some trepidation, show us a picture of that. John. Wonderful. OK, there's John hitchhiking outside your boss's house, I believe.
That's right, yes.
John, you've just gone for a whole kind of cacophony of housemates here, which I love, and you're off to the Big Brother house to meet them.
That's right.
Wonderful stuff. OK, there are finalists, everybody. We thought you actually went pretty far for Big Brother, which is why you're here, but there can only be one winner. To prove just how far you would go for Big Brother, we're asking you to do a different Big Brother task every day. At the end of each task, there'll be a clear loser who will be eliminated from the competition until we're left with one on Wednesday. Understand? Yeah. Terrific stuff, OK. Today's challenge is... Nice touch. The Room 101 task. Well, at least one of the Room 101 tasks. Yes, we're asking you to put your prawn peeling skills to the test, prawn peeling fans. You each have 8 kilograms of prawns to peel. Oh, they're outside, look absolutely minging. Whoever peels the least amount of prawns by the end of the show will be out of the competition. The 4 remaining will join us tomorrow to do another task. Does that sound all right?
Lovely.
Understand?
Yes.
Brilliant, guys. Thank you so much. Off you go. That's how far they go for Big Brother. Out of people we love. OK, join us after the break when we'll be seeing who's got the brains and who's got the prawn to win the race. And thank you. And one lucky viewer will be winning all of this. It is just give, give, give today. We will see you in 3. The right to applaud. I'm walking out of a door. It needs applause. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big Brother's Little Brothers. Day 73. The time is 1:34. I'm about to throw up, but the sun's come out, and that's nice. Do you know what? Julia, Steve, Tina, Joanne and John are all back. They're dressed. They're ready to start their peeling task, which is why I want to hail, because they do smell bad. Not you, the prawns. OK, guys, the rules are very simple, OK? It's just you have to peel as many prawns as you can. Whoever gets the least in kiloage, is that a correct word? Well, you don't know if it is or not, because everyone's just looking at me and shaking their heads. Whoever gets the least in kiloage, unfortunately, we have to lose today. On your marks, get set, peel. Oh, they're off. They are off. 8 kilograms.
Oh, good God.
Already, there's some early strugglers there. Julia, what's happening? You all right?
I have no idea. I've never done this before.
OK, don't worry.
Oh, they're lovely.
Wonderful.
Yum, yum,
we'll
yum,
leave
yum,
them
yum.
to. We'll catch up with them later on. Sadly, my friends, come with me. There's no song for Big Brother, but fear not, because the best song for Big Brother ever will be back next week, and you choose which song it is. We've picked our 4 favourites. You can vote for which one you want to see sung live in the house in front of all the housemates next Sunday. Who sings? You decide. Here's how to vote. It's time. Well, I think Derek will be happy because it's democracy in action, but we need you to vote. In the words of Derek, or at least in the intonation of Derek, votes, votes, votes. Now then, Derek, over the last 10 weeks, viewers have been sending in photos claiming they look like one of the housemates. Over the series, we've taken some of our favourite lookalikes and given them a makeover to make them look even more like the housemates. We're going to touch on that in just a second, but first, I want to share some photos with you that aren't so convincing. In fact, one would say they look unlikes. Weeks we've been working on that. Let's take a look at a few examples. First up, it's Leanne Scott, aged 18, from Epsom in Surrey. Derek, who does Leanne think she looks like?
Saskia.
Oh, let's see if you're right. Of course he is. Leanne Scott, not Saskia. Next up, this is going to be more tricky. Edward Rayner, aged 19, from the Wirral. Who does Edward look like? That's extraordinary.
Attempt at, Eugene?
Let's see if you're right. No, Edward looks nothing like Craig. His friends tell him he looks like Craig, but his friends are all looking in different directions. And lastly, Dean Cunningham, aged 23, from Birmingham. His grandmother thinks he looks like...
Well, he looks more like Craig, but he is posing as Anthony.
Let's take a look.
Imposter.
You're right. Good, let us guess. But they haven't been all as idiosyncratic as that. Last week we made over Eugene. Adam Morris started like this. There's Adam. He doesn't... See, there's Adam. He doesn't look very happy as himself. However, when we transformed him into Eugene, take a look. Now he looks happy. OK, we sent him to live the life of Eugene for a day. He went to Eugene's friend Lorraine's 26th birthday party. He's on the line now. Hello there, Adam.
Hello, Dermot.
How are you, all right?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm not bad at all. It's nice to speak to you. So what were Eugene's friends like?
They're really nice people, very talkative and very friendly.
Mm-hmm. And did anyone mistake you for Eugene while you were with them?
No, they thought I looked a bit like him, but not as much as he did as himself.
They're quite practical, Eugene's friends, aren't they? And lastly, how was the party?
Pardon?
How was the party?
Raving.
Raving? Fantastic. You're turning into Eugene.
Do they all drink carrot juice?
Do they drink carrot juice?
No, they drank tea.
No, they drank tea. What a surprise. OK, let's take a look at how you got on.
Hi, I'm Adam, the Eugene lookalike. I'm off to Crawley to spend the day in his shoes.
Hey, everybody! Happy birthday! Hello, Eugene. All right. Hello. Yeah, brilliant one. Just going to Simon's farm for a bit of a gathering. Come along. Simon's place, and they've got a kettle on. Rain. Da da da, dee dee da, da da dee dee dee. Or happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lorraine. Happy birthday!
It's now time, my friend, for 2 lucky viewers to go head-to-head to try at least to win the suitcase full of BBL goodies as we play the final ever game of... Aww. Thanks, Derek. Try your luck. Lovely little stick. The rules are very simple. There's a board with 13 housemates' faces on it. Underneath each face is a key. We have a brand new Kinga key here. She's replacing Sam. It's like she never even existed. What are we? We're awful. We've turned into the monster we created. One key will open this suitcase. Each caller will take it in turns to pick a key and answer a true or false question. If they get it right, Derek will try the lock. If they get it wrong, the chance goes to the other caller. We have 2 callers on the line, ready and waiting to play. On line 1, it's Stuart Morrison from Aberdeenshire, everybody. Hello, Stuart.
How's it going, Derek?
I'm not bad at all. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Nice to speak to you. OK, and on line 2, it's Samantha Brown from Leicester. Hello, Samantha.
Hi, Derek. You all right?
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Say hello to Derek.
Pardon?
Say hello to Derek.
Hi,
You don't have
Derek.
to. Hi.
How are you?
Very well. Trust you are too.
Yes, I'm fine, thanks.
Good,
Wonderful. OK. I said say hello, not have a big conversation. OK, this week's prize contains the following. Suitcase itself, Big Brother duvet set, Freeview box, objects from the rodeo task, including a complete cowboy outfit, Tin Can Alley shooting set. Very good shot, by the way, Derek. Cravat I wore on BBLB in your honour.
Oh, right.
The housemates' mugs, as touched by Blair from Neighbours, plus Derek's very own hankering, which we have here. Wonderful stuff. OK. And a limited edition BBLB tea towel. Off air, we asked you a question to decide who'll go first. Stuart, you answered correctly. Who would you like to pick?
Eugene.
Eugene. Okay.
That's our anecdote of the day.
That indeed is our anecdote of the day. Here is your Eugene question. This week, Eugene had an argument with Makosi about cleaning the bin. True or false?
True.
It is true. I think you're gone for a second. Try your luck.
Yeah, great. Now, is this your moment? Afraid not.
No, never mind.
Sorry.
It's OK. Samantha in Leicester.
Hi. I can't see the TV. Who is there? Is the Kamal there?
Yeah, we only just started.
Oh, right, OK. Can I pick Kamal then?
Of course you can.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Fabulous indeed. OK, it's the Kamal quote. You like that little audio grab, don't you? Whilst in the house, Kamal was convinced Orla was a mole. True or false?
True.
False.
Ah,
He thought
OK.
Makosi was the mole. OK, Derek, if you would, try and lock
still
that
try?
for us. Yes, this is for Stuart in Aberdeenshire. No
Sorry.
joy. Sorry.
No good.
Never mind. OK, Stuart, pick a housemate.
Anthony.
Who?
Anthony.
Huge. Lovely. OK, here's your Anthony question. Anthony was one of the line dancers in this week's rodeo task. True or false? Hey.
False.
False, you're right. Yes, he was the lassoer. Please try your luck there, Derek.
Here we go. Try this one for you.
OK.
No go either. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Samantha, pick a housemate.
Is Science there?
Yes, he is.
Yes, I'll have Science then, please.
OK.
Power to the people,
Power to the people, indeed. Whilst in the house, nice. Whilst in the house, Science nicknamed Derek the Dark Horse. True or false?
True.
Do you watch the show?
Yeah, I do.
No, it was the Dark Deceiver. Try a lock. This is for Stuart again. OK, Derek, how are we doing? No joy.
Stuart, no luck. Sorry.
Woo, OK, next key, Stuart.
Makosi.
Makosi. Let's see. This week, Makosi nominated Anthony and Kinga for eviction. True or false? Stop repeating the question and asking someone else in the room. Give me the answer.
False.
False? Yes, congratulations. She nominated Derek. No joy. OK, never mind. OK, Samantha and Leicester.
OK, who's left?
Oh, Samantha. Kinga and Craig or...
Craig.
Craig.
At the end of the day...
At the end of the day, indeed. In the rodeo task, Craig line danced with Makosi and Kinga. True or false?
True.
Yes, well
Yes.
done. OK.
Ah, we have movement.
We have movement. We have a winner! Thank you so much, Derek.
Ooh la la.
Well done. Thank you very much to Derek for being my very helpful assistant.
Not a bit.
OK, after the break, we'll reveal which song you've chosen to play at our reunion party next Sunday, and Dr. Pan will be here being Doctorly. We'll see you in a bit. I could dance all day to our theme tune music. Let's find out. Hey, firstly, sorry for being rude. Welcome back. Hope you're very well. Secondly, let's find out the results of our very own Room 101 task. Can we have some kind of workshop-style horn? Brilliant. Stop peeling. I repeat, stop peeling.
Oh, no.
Put the prawns down now.
Oh.
Step away from the prawns. I repeat, step away from the prawns. Let's see who got the least in... I like to think and hope tonnage when it comes to prawns.
Nice.
OK, let's see how we do. OK.
Lovely.
Julia, 540. We'll take it there. OK. OK. Steve, you're on 618. OK. OK. So 540 is lowest at the moment. Oh dear, you're absolutely flying here. 666.
Woo-woo!
696. Well done. Okay. Oh. 482. I'm so sorry. That means you're eliminated from today.
You're a loser, baby.
All right, I'm sorry, okay? Guys, the rest of you are back. Please don't touch me. The rest of you are back tomorrow, okay? See you later on. Bye, guys. Lovely, smelly, brawny hands, but they're very happy. With only 6 days left, the pressure is definitely on, my friends. Here to talk about how the housemates are feeling and what they can expect from the final week is Dr. Pam Spur. Dr. Pam, it's lovely to see you back again. I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. How are you, El?
I'm very well. Got my lucky boots on.
You have, and they look very lucky. With a new arrival last Sunday, a key player leaving on Friday, last week was very tough for the housemates emotionally. Just remind ourselves of the week's events.
I'm nearly dead in this house. Craig has nearly been defeated.
So I just feel my sorrow.
I've been here for 10 weeks. At this point, you're so stressed. All I'm asking is for your consideration.
Tell you what it is, don't ever do that again to me, right? Don't ever hold a bottle of beer over me.
Now, if you've got a problem with me doing anything, Eugene, you tell me. You don't run to Derek and slag me off, okay? It's getting harder and harder for me every day.
Well, I don't care if I don't win. All I did want to do was make a complete prat of myself.
Well, you haven't done that, have you?
Well, I don't think I have.
I feel like a big joke.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Why just sing with me?
OK. With so little time left in the house, you would assume it would get easier rather than harder for them, but that's not the case.
Oh, despite the fact that end is near, this is the time when actually people are at the most vulnerable and they're the least resilient. Now, it's something called LTR, or long-term resilience. Military psychologists look at this when they're selecting officers. They look for high LTR, people who can stay resilient through long, say, battle conditions. And what we're seeing here is the different personalities are ending up showing that a lot of them just can't cope. Think of it as your emotional bank balance. They all went in the black. Some of them now hit the red. They are drained. They are washed out.
Overdrawn.
They are overdrawn. Funny enough, it was Derek and Anthony that I said were the two that had the highest LTR that I expected would cope with the last week well enough.
OK, well, let's go through the housemates and see how you think they're going to cope with last week. Anthony.
Anthony, he's had his big blow-up now. And I think he'll go back to that equilibrium that he's so great at maintaining, where he'll just keep chilled out, and even if Craig keeps having goes at him, I think he'll get back that sort of higher level of LTR and do pretty well this week.
Really? Do you not think if Craig sort of, keeps at him, then, he'll snap again?
No, because he's now, had that big blowout. He's released all that tension that's been pent up for weeks. He's got that optimistic personality profile. He's managed to always try and put a positive spin on it. You can only do that for so long. Now I think he'll go back to that natural optimism he has.
Sure. OK, Craig.
Craig, the martyr, an absolute martyr syndrome. I want him to get that crucifix, hang himself on it and say, oh, I'm enduring my friendship with Anthony. He is the classic martyr where he needs to be needed. But psychologically, even more than that, he needs not to be shown appreciation, because then he can play out his martyr role and get mad at Anthony, So he's that classic martyr and his very low resilience right now.
OK. Eugene.
Eugene, I describe him, he's got a very rigid personality type. He is not Mr. Spontaneity. He was devastated when Derek left. Thankfully, some of the housemates have come to his rescue. If he's got lots of tasks that he can set his mind to this week, he'll do just fine. But if Big Brother doesn't set him challenges, he's going to be all over the place. He needs that structure.
OK, Kinga?
Kinga, there she is. People think she was a classic exhibitionist. Actually, she's not. She came in wanting to be the little sex kitten. She's ended up more of a sort of bedraggled moggy who needs looking after, with a sort of bit of freaky exhibitionist qualities about her. But she's not a true exhibitionist, and actually, she's got to watch it too, because I think she's quite vulnerable.
She doesn't seem to be comfortable in that role. Now she realises it's almost like becoming a character.
Because she's not a true, as a psychologist, I know, she's not a true exhibitionist. She actually felt quite regretful over some of her antics last week.
Sure, OK. And lastly, Makosi.
Makosi, you see, her resilience has gone down. She's a bit all over the place, a bit concerned because her normal feistiness, all those faces we've seen, they've kind of disappeared a bit. And if she doesn't get that back, I think she's going to have a pretty poor week.
OK, lastly, who do you think has those winning qualities left in the house? I mean, you
winning
touched on
qualities.
Anthony.
I mean, winning qualities is so subjective. I'd say that Anthony is a good all-rounder, has winning qualities. Eugene, I call him the timid lion. He's got a lion heart, but he's a bit too anxious. I don't know how he'd cope if he actually won. Craig, I don't think he has a chance now. I think he's really done himself down. And also Kinga, she doesn't have a chance.
OK, so maybe sort of Anthony or Makosi.
Anthony Makosi, and I think that Eugene have the chance to get to the end.
OK, brilliant. Sorry it's been so short. Dr. Pam, everybody. I need to have a natter over here because the results for a song for Big Brother are in. We can reveal the winner with 38.2% is... longest drum roll in the world. It's Craig Lamb with Is Never Alone. Hello there, Craig.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you doing? You all right?
I'm really well, thank you.
Wonderful. Congratulations to start with. How'd you feel?
Oh, absolutely amazed. They were all really good songs.
They were brilliant, weren't they?
Really, really good, yeah.
Hand on heart, I thought it was either going to be you or last week, Richard.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought they were all very good.
OK. Can you update the lyrics for next week, do you think?
I most certainly can, yes.
You're working on it right now?
I am. I'm looking forward to it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. See you next week. Congratulations.
See you soon. Bye.
OK, today's call BBLB is quite simply Ask Derek Anything. Derek's here to take your calls. We haven't got long, Derek. We've only got a couple of minutes, so let's go straight to the phones. Val in South Wales is first up. Hello there, Val.
Hello, gorgeous.
How are you, all right?
I'm fine, thanks.
Go for it, Val.
Hi, Derek.
Hello.
You have a most beautiful speaking voice and wonderful diction. Did you take elocution lessons?
No, and I couldn't spell the word either.
Thanks, Val.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Bye-bye.
Tim in Barnsley.
Hi.
Hello there, Tim. How you doing?
I'm great.
Go for it.
Derek, you beautiful man.
Oh, right. I'm sorry I can't see you.
Thank you. You seem to enjoy solitary confinement just so much. And your favourite film is The Greatest Escape. I mean, what did you like so much about being incarcerated?
Not having to look at my fellow housemates.
Did you not want to build a tunnel at all?
I'm sorry?
Did you not want to build a tunnel at any time?
No, it didn't get that bad. It didn't get bad. But remember the box? That was a very good moment. And I was temporarily evicted from the house, and that was another good moment too.
There seemed to be the thing about being in there is the fact you don't have that solitude. That must have been the most frustrating thing. That's what a lot of people say when they come out. Was that what frustrated you?
Yeah, see, I think in my entry in Debrett's Distinguished People, which I am not, I say one of my hobbies is silence. So it was very, 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 very difficult not having enough of it.
Anita in Merseyside. Hello, Anita.
Hi, Dermot.
Go for it.
Derek, hello.
Hi.
Huge admiration for you. What I'd like to know is, how are you going to take the experience of the last 10 weeks back into the real world?
A very good question. It's something I certainly want to do. I've got lots of ideas. I want to do more television and more television and more television so that I can hear your voice and you can see me.
Brilliant. Look forward to it.
OK.
And a very happy birthday on Tuesday, Derek. We're all behind you.
God bless you.
And that is pretty much all we have time for. Derek, you've been a lovely guest actor. You're going to be with us all week. Thank you very much. Derek, everybody. Don't miss the main show tonight on Channel 4. We are back tomorrow at 5:25, back on our home at Channel 4. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.